Morning everybody, welcome back to another morning word. For those new to this is where I share a couple minute video, really just sharing from my own personal Bible study. Why? Because I wanted to see your life go from here to here. I saw God do it in my life, and I just wanted to see God do it in your life. That's the real reason why I do this. Okay, because God left us this promise. He says, I come to give you life and life more abundantly. And the way that we do that is a way that God teaches us, which says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if we can think like God, there is nothing that we can't achieve. There's no valley that we can't come through and no mountaintop that we can't reach, because there is nothing that is impossible for God, which means that there is nothing that is impossible for you. I truly believe that. Now, gotta say this, I'm not a pastor, not a teacher, I don't work for the church, I'm just a Christian who just fell in love with Jesus, who just wanted to see other people's lives go to the next level. So whatever I'm saying, check it out for yourself. But if it does make sense and it does resonate, please take massive action. Listening alone will not do it. So let's get into this. Today's inspiration comes from scripture of 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 35 and 16 verse 1. And he reads this. Until the day Samuel died, he did not go to see Saul again, who was king of Israel. Though Samuel mourned for him, and the Lord was grieved that he had made Saul king over Israel. The Lord said to Samuel, this is now 16 verse 1, how long will you mourn for Saul, since I have rejected him as king over Israel? Fill your horn with oil, and now be on your way. I'm going to call this morning's word, how long will you mourn? How long will you mourn? Now understand this, Samuel, who was the lead priest for Israel, was deeply saddened that Saul had failed and disappointed God. Samuel mourned for Saul, which was okay, but God after a time said it was time to stop mourning and move on. It's time to put the pain of the past away and move on. Now, I mean this sincerely, and I've been there, best friends, family members. There's some real bad times that will come your way. Real terrible situations that will rock you to your core. It may be a loss of a marriage or a loss of a relationship, a breakdown of a relationship. You know, your business goes under, a death of, or something worse like a death of a loved one, someone, you know, a close relative, or someone, you know, anyone that you adore, a friend, it could be anyone. And when these pains happen, it can trigger the most horrendous scenario where you are going into mourning, and it's your grieving process, and mourning is a grieving process, and that is good. Now, how long that grieving process lasts, no one can say. A day, a month, a couple of months. But what we do know from this thing, that you've got to put the mourning away. There's got to be a time when you say, okay, enough is enough now, and now I've got to move forward. Because God said it to Samuel. Now, God is all compassionate, but he said there comes a time you have to move on. That doesn't mean that you forget the loved one or you forget the situation, but it's time to say, I've got to close a chapter on that and move forward. So that really leads me to the question of the morning. The question of the morning is this: how long will you mourn? How long will you mourn? Here's the lesson of the day. We all will face tragedies in life that will cause the greatest pain, sadness and grief. In these times, a time of mourning will be a place for for you to be reconciled from that, you know, broken relationship, collapsed business, the passing of a loved one. And mourning is good, but it must not last forever. Mourning is good, but it must not last forever. At some point, you need to move on. And that really leads me to the action of the day. Have your time of mourning, but when it's time to stop, press on and move to the next chapter. Don't live your life in the past. Don't live your life in that moment. You were born to live. So once you've mourned, once you know you've given yourself enough time to go through all your emotions, then also make the decision to move forward. So God bless you. As we always say with Gen Hope, God's gift to us is life. What we do with that life is our gift back to God. Please subscribe to Gen TV, where you get these videos Monday to Friday. But more importantly, you also get other inspiring, motivating and empowering videos to take your life to the next level too. God bless you and see you soon.